You're banning it away. I like it because it just hinders players like Rin, who default to playing on the Jaeger whenever possible. It takes that strength pick away and might unsettle Rin a little bit more, or at the very least, temper the aggression that comes out of him. If you're being focused in their attacking point, but it's rare to strike first with a rare kill onto Yas, it feels like. Not normally a player to be brought down so easily. Fantasy striking back, Katsang off the board, and already DAMWON Kia have been slaughtered in round number 1.
Every single time DAMWON Kia have tried to move into this building, they have been shut down. No one even coming close to a trade, with the only one that takes any significant amount of damage being Rare, would end around 60% or so of his overall health pool. You can see him going towards the Aqua entry right there, so they can try to go for some type of a pinch to get upstairs control. Mind you, there's still about half the round remaining, so they had plenty of time to play with, but unfortunately Coded goes down, and that leaves Boogeyman all alone in this harsh, cruel world where FURIA has 5 players still standing.
It's been one of those rounds where it's essentially been over since the 2-minute 10 mark, outside of one of the craziest clutches you would see all competition long. But Woogie in a 1 versus 5 and 60 seconds to play. This is not one of those rounds where someone comes out a hero, unfortunately. Bit of chip damage coming down on towards Miracle, but being down about 25 HP himself, Woogie is done and dusted. This is one of those rounds, it's like a knife round at the start of a friendly competition where it's like, hey, we're down 1-0, it's a write-off round, there isn't much to take away from it, except FURIA get the first one on the board. That's the only real outcome from there. It may have even been the nade above that came singing through. Has not yet found himself going anywhere near down, mind you, but is down to about 75 HP. Coated at least gets the bank account open for DAMWON Kia in the round. Miracle falling by the wayside, dash into the streets, and a 5 versus 4 ensues with 2 minutes to play. They're feeling pretty good for DAMWON Kia and how things have started.
Things looking much more promising here for DAMWON Kia as they take a much more slower, as they work their way in and go for the corner. Plan attempts to resist it are there. There's the Nitro. It's not going to work out though, thrown way too deep into the site. While we will see a few exchanges go out, it's disadvantageous to FURIA. They'll still be down a player here. Lenda now needs to aggress back out to Aqua, and this is going to be so tough to retake here. DAMWON has all the post-plant positioning they need, and with the failed Nitro cell failing to deny the plant, it's nearly impossible for Lenda and Highs to get themselves back into a retake position. They're going to try to move themselves out, but already you can see the counter pressure coming back in. Coded as well, catching Lenda, and then Rin finishes it off there. It's a triple on the round for Coded, and a much better play overall from DAMWON Kia.
Early on, not good.
Yeah, certainly not good, and obviously I'm going to assume that not all the air jabs would have been put out by that point by Boogeyman as well, so that's a very much needed utility that's going to go away. Great trade here once again from Coded, who's really leading the charge for DAMWON in the fragging department. Yes, of course, supporting closely behind as he gets a second on this round, knocking out Fantasy, and very quickly turning around that player disadvantage DAMWON was facing a few seconds ago into the
outside flank. Some pushing it from the north. They could just pincer into 2 of these players, and the rest are essentially irrelevant. Rin up on the repel. Lenda shutting down Yas is a big one because that removes most of that north side threat.
Rare also coming in to counter out the pressure on Repel here by the main story window, but is Rare going to catch it? No, he's not. Rin gets a free pickup against the rotate over towards Luggage. Lenda also goes into a downstate here, so suddenly FURIA falls just down to Miracle to clutch this one out. He's held back, but he's not going to be able to deny the plan as a result of that. Lenda's finished off, and now Miracle truly alone. A great pump from the M590 to finish off Rin. Nearly catches a player leaping out the big window, but now he's going to go blind for a few seconds here. That gives DAMWON Kia the relief they need to probably close this one out. Coded on the repel in the post plant, has a perfect angle to deny the counter defuse if we even see Miracle get onto it at this point, and Katsang can rush in should the play fail there, as we see Miracle unfortunately run right into the crosshairs of this player on the balcony.
Just rewarded with his patience, definitely gives some lean to good things come to those who wait.
Coded continuing to be the sniper that this team needs, and Yas just walking right into the site, tearing them apart here. Obviously not the actual site itself, but this hold up inside of Billiards gets torn to shreds. That was the extended play, and suddenly DAMWON is going to have everything up to them in terms of where they want to take the rest of this round towards. They have the top-down crunch.
Gets this round off to a flying start. FURIA Punisher being out on the roam so aggressively. Another one coming the way of Yas without response coming in. Lenda going down. 5 versus 2. That DAMWON diesel train is starting to move, John, and I'm nervous if FURIA can keep up.
FURIA continuing to play this out with more and more aggression as well. We can see Highs moving in, but he's got a flank lined up against him, so he's already a dead player here as Boogeyman takes him down. Rin as well finishes things off. I think that's, oh, never mind, it's not going to be Yas picking up the triple kill there.
Highs being peppered, drops down inside of office. No one's there to close and has support up towards the north side coming in from Rare. A good safe drop away, that they have conceded control of this top floor.
Nice. Lenda going to be able to negotiate a double kill from the inside of Luggage, using the window for it as well. Katsang will show up here and trade out against Miracle, but still.
They got sight.
are going to see the members of DWG Gaming move in, take control of the site, but to what degree, though, is the question. It's not a great amount of control, as we're seeing as Fantasy moves in, trades out Katsang fairly quickly, and leaves only Coded in the fight anymore. And as well, Coded moving in, he's got a massive crossfire coming his way. There's no escaping that. As the members
going for a plan. So I've got these two Lovebirds scrapping on the south side. Elsewhere, there's a full-on execute coming through. Plan is down. Lender down to a slither of HP. Coated is Coated indeed. A double kill in the round. Lender with another off of a C4. A 4 versus 3, making a 3 versus 3. 2 C4s coming through in quick succession. 30 seconds to play with John here. And DWG Kia in the driving seat.
Still another Nitro Cell to be used here by FURIA as well, so they can bring that in, but never mind. It's just lost as Woogieman gets the kill against Highs. That's also sending the kill advantage back into the favor of DWG Kia once again, with Yas getting another one to nearly seal the deal. Lenda's all that's left. Doesn't even catch Rin behind the blue bar as well. So it's a solid round picked up from DWG Kia at the end of the half.
Into a niche, but the fact that it has 4 Roteros to play behind is just ludicrous.
Yeah,
you can destroy so much all in one go. On maps like Villa, you tend to see it getting brought out. But before that even gets a chance to get into effect, FURIA are finding themselves a couple of kills. They did find one back onto Fantasy. Not bad. You remove the frags, you remove the heals coming out of the Finker in this case. But in response, you've lost 2. You've lost the C4, I believe, as well on the Malusi. Not the greatest start.
So much aggression coming in here now from the members of FURIA to just instantly crunch on anyone from DWG that they're able to catch, but it's not solidified just as of yet here. Katsang most recently finding an exchange for his own.
Coated the one holding close. Must know there's a man just outside the window. If he sprays through the frame, he might find his head. What a shot onto Rare. 3 versus 2 for DWG Kia. 50 seconds to play with for FURIA. This could go from bad to worse, John.
Now, Lenda and Miracle trying to group up to make some type of pinch into the site here. Lenda as well will deal with the Banshee sitting on site. That enables his own capability to swing in, but you still have the Toxic Babes to deal with. The good news is there's only 2 of them, so there will be about a 20-second period where they have the capability to make this play. But unfortunately, unless they want to try and force the issue through those, they are stuck here inside of Aqua until that timer fades away. Lenda's just going to open up the other reinforcements that are positioned across the sites that they can hopefully try to catch a pick against one of the members of DWG if they are going to be caught rotating here. That's second as well. Toxic Babe only just now going out, and Coded sniping another member of FURIA out of the round. Lenda, the only one left, and I think Coded wants this one as well, but Rin's going to steal it with a nice dash right out into the hallway there. To seal, moving our way through the groups is not as easy as it was a year or 2, even 3 years ago here now, as APAC and certainly Latin America, of course, as we've seen over the past 2 majors, has truly become real contender regions on par, even above some of the more well-known regions in North America and Europe. Coded continuing to dominate again here. Katsang with a second. Katsang will be exchanged, and so will Rin, though, as Lenda finds that very nice pixel shot against Rin to eliminate him and quickly even out the numbers.
It's just timing on the shots again, though, right? Someone's peeking in from the...
Also important to note, in terms of utility lost from the players that ended up going down there, FURIA loses that fight far more, but that's going to change now with Woogieman's elimination. Not so much the case anymore, as FURIA will have more than likely at this point, now that it's down to a 2v3, it'll be difficult to pull that off. Also, he's very low HP, so aggressive moves are not really going to work out for him anyway, and he's lost his only other teammate now as Coded goes down close to the sites. This will be a desperate effort for him to try and clutch out the 1v3. Certainly not impossible, as I don't believe his position is that well. No, never mind. It's very well known, as Miracle shuts it down very quickly.
Literally a miracle at this point. Twice he's been gunned down by the man inside the theatre, yet still he stands. In they come for the plant. He's in behind the bomb chassis. I open it, breaks, and then comes the C4. The laser gate, though, might have caught it out in just a second, but the the smoke canister goes through, finds him down. Woogie also on the deck, and they get the spray down onto the Iana. Rin doing a lot of work. It's a 4 versus 1. Not quite able to shut Highs out of this one entirely, but with 15 seconds to play with and 3 still left alive, it's a bit too much work. DWG Kia take a critical round, and they are 1 round away.
See them 6 months later.
And then you get some new team with a name that you don't...
Yeah. And it's like, okay, someone new here. As FURIA is going to start this one off well, catching Rin in a more aggressive style of play. But yeah, DWG playing here with these past 2 majors, they actually more than likely know that the inside defenses for Sunrise are going to be relatively weak right now. It's the hold upstairs is the only reason why they won't push in. Coded tries to go full aggression out the doorway, but is caught immediately by Rare as he gets a second and now a third with a beautiful headshot lined up against Woogieman. It's all up to Yas now, although he gets a good headshot as well, but he's got a long road to recovery here in this round.
Ridiculously long, yeah. I mean, there's no real help coming in from the team at this point as well. Everyone's dead. Plant is going down, won't be able to get in to stop Miracle in time, I don't imagine. He's sat on the doorway there, tries to go for the spray, but wrong side, unfortunately. Rare with a shutdown. A 4K in the round. Limited range on the laser beam. Instead of that piddly bit of string, the run out comes through. Woogie strikes big, and I said maybe they pull back on that aggression. But why would you when you can net such a critical kill onto Rare?
Yeah, that had to be something that DAMWON was able to figure out for themselves. Boogeyman, though, going to get challenged again as Lenda moves into Kitchen here, nearly losing his life as he goes down to about 50 HP. Lenda as well, ready for the re-engagement, is going to actually turn that fight back around and take down Boogeyman as he survives just a sliver of HP at the end of it.
Juice me up, Fantasy. Surely is screaming for a bit of a boost. My God, he's going to need it. It'll take a few cycles. It's one of the reasons why the thing...
Going to get a chance to use all three of them at this point, seeing as we've only got 45 seconds left on the clock. Yas is ready for the next challenge here, and as well, the Toxic Babes are going to start rolling out over towards Aqua here. That denies the push from Fantasy. Cannot move through this now as he has to wait this one out. Additional Toxic Babes being thrown out as there is additional pressure working its way in from VIP, so they have to watch out for this. Fantasy going to try to open up a new angle to make this a little bit easier, but it's just not panning out. Yas will go down, but Coded's already exchanged out onto Lenda, so it's just the Aqua push that's all that's left, and they only have 20 seconds remaining to make this happen.
Mistella C4 on side as well. Cota's got it in back pocket if required. 15 seconds, it's do or die right now. Furia, another juice comes out. Rin lands a shot. It's a double shutdown for Rin. DAMWON Kia with 2 victories on their first day of the Sweden Major. What a way to show up in this group.